Hello, Namaste. My name is Nidhi Nagori and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I do want to apologize for all the commotion that you see in the background. It's only because we're in the process of changing our house, we're moving, so आपको बहुत ही जल्द मेरे videos में clear background देखने मिलेगा. But for now, इसमें से काफी सारा सामान है जो donate होना है, काफी कुछ है जो pack होना है. So you know how the whole move process is, and that is why I really apologize for all the commotion that you see. Now coming on to today's video. Today we're talking about industrial training in chartered accountancy. मैं अपनी बात करूं तो back in the days when I was doing CA, ये उतना prevalent नहीं था. मेरे कुछ फ्रेंड्स थे जो कर रहे थे, but बहुत सारी कंपनीज भी नहीं थे जो ऑफर करते थे इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रेनिंग, और मैक्सिमम लोग प्रेफर करते थे आर्टिकलशिप करना. बट ऑफ कोर्स टाइम्स हैव चेंज्ड एंड आज के डेट में मैं देखती हूँ कि बहुत ज्यादा कंपनीज हैं जो इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रेनिंग ऑफर कर रही हैं और बहुत ज्यादा स्टूडेंट्स भी हैं जो इसका लाभ उठाना चाहते हैं, which I completely agree with. So I figured that I need to go and get more educated on this topic. Also because आप में से बहुत सारे लोग इससे रिलेटेड सवाल पूछते रहते हैं. So I wanted to make sure कि आपको information बिल्कुल सही मिले और ऐसी मिले जिससे आपको हेल्प हो सके. So today, to help us understand what really the whole process of industrial training is and how the whole experience is, we have Swarnim with us. Swarnim है तो मेरे सिटी से, but उन्होंने एक बहुत ही एवरेज आर्टिकलशिप फर्म से अपनी जर्नी की शुरुआत की. इतनी ज्यादा छोटी फर्म से कि मैंने भी उसका नाम नहीं सुना है, और वहां से स्वर्णिम को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है एक बड़े कंपनी के अंदर इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रेनिंग करने की. स्वर्णिम से बात किया तो पता चला कि इस कंपनी में उनका कोई कांटेक्ट नहीं था, वो किसी को जानती नहीं थी. उन्होंने सिर्फ एक प्लेटफॉर्म यूज किया विच इज लिंक्डइन, और उन्हें बहुत सारे इंटरव्यूज मिले यहाँ से. और कैसे हुआ ये सब कुछ, कैसा रहा उनका ओवरऑल एक्सपीरियंस doing this industrial training, does she recommend it to people, सब जानेंगे हम स्वर्णिम से when we go into the details. Before doing that, don't forget to share this video with a friend, give it a big thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments what else are your questions related to industrial training. Also, for all the madness that I have in my other life, which is my real personal life, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. On that note, let's get straight into the video and figure out what is it like to do industrial training. First of all, congratulations. You're doing your industrial training in a very, very reputed organization. So, first of all, let's start with your introduction. So, please introduce करिए हमारे audience को.
Okay, so I am Swarnim. I'm from St. Xavier's. I'm a St. Xavier's graduate last year, 2019, and I pursued my articleship from RSPM and Company. I'm sure nobody has heard the name. And currently I'm working with ITC as an industrial trainee, which I really like. So
yeah, and backstory, Swarnim and I were just talking and she said she loves working like even on Sundays at 12 a.m. So I'm sure she's definitely enjoying industrial training a lot. So I want to ask you, the first question that comes to my mind is, how is industrial training different? Kitna different hai? Articleship se how different is it?
See, for someone like me who was from a small firm, बहुत ज़्यादा difference है, because in my articleship I never had the experience of auditing an MNC or say even doing any work for such a big organization. And this is particularly why I wanted to go for an industrial training rather than a cliched articleship, because it always intrigued me कि corporate organizations काम कैसे करता है. इतना बड़ा organization है, how do they manage everything and get things running smoothly. So that is one reason I wanted to get hands-on experience of that. So that is why I actually joined it, and it's very different because here when you see, it's not one person responsible for everything. Everybody has their own responsibilities, and then the top guys maybe consolidate it and present it to the users. So the way of functioning in general is very different, because articleship mein what I have seen personally is like a audit is given to one person and you do it from the start to the end. So that way it's very different.
Okay. So of course you're getting, and of course this is a very big organization. So your exposure is probably like magnitude भी बहुत अलग है इसका.
Right.
You mentioned कि आपने एक बहुत ही average firm से you've done your articleship, and I've also not heard that name. I'm from Calcutta, your city, but even I've not heard that name. So a lot of us do articleship. To be very honest, not everybody's going to get into Big 4, Big 8s. So right. How important is it to do an articleship? क्या सिर्फ उन्हीं को consider करेंगे जो Big 4, Big 8 से हैं, या फिर what are the chances of an average person like yourself getting into industrial training and into a good industrial training program?
Firm name बिल्कुल matter नहीं करता है. All that matters is they will not see your firm name. Firstly, when you are at the interview table, all they care about is the work that you've done. So what they will focus on is जो भी resume पे लिखा है, are you being able to justify it with your words and with your explanations? So they, as long as the work that you present is, they believe that you've actually done it and done it in a very good manner and you've made value additions to the work, they don't care if you're from a small firm or a big four. In fact, this is one question I get very often on LinkedIn. I'm not from a big four, will I be selected or will I even be called for an interview? But yeah, definitely.
Okay. And do you have other people also within industrial training group or like people who've done it previously जो कि average firms से थे? Or is it
a lot of them? In fact, मेरे team में there are 4 people, all 4 of us are from average firms.
Okay. So that is very reassuring. So it's not like you only the people who are going into like the big firms can only get in. And then do your attempts count or does your score in IPCC count to get into the industrial training program?
But I would say unfortunately it does, but only to the extent that it will get you to the interview table. Once you are there or say after you get the first call, all that matters is how you present yourself and how you showcase the knowledge that you have. Because the first call, they do the first shortlisting based on your attempts. So that is unfortunate. But then once you get there, if you somehow make your way to the interview table, then it's all upon how you present yourself. If you are a rank holder who's not able to answer, then they will probably not select you and select somebody who scored say a 55% over you, but then can answer properly and can justify the work that they've done.
The type के industrial training options available है because अभी तो the numbers have dramatically gone up. When I was a student, it wasn't such a big thing back then. So क्या हमको कहीं पे भी industrial training कर लेनी चाहिए? Whatever we see open, should we apply for that? Or how does this whole thing work? Like ये field है कैसी?
I think कहीं भी industrial, देखो, a lot of companies offer you a position in departments say which will maybe pay you good right now, but in the long run you would not want to work in them. So if you don't want to, then it does not count as relevant work experience. Now what will you do with an experience that you will not use? So I think one should be picky about the department, because if you don't enjoy what you're doing, like I said, I have no complaints that I'm working late, but that is only because I'm enjoying it. So if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you will not like it and you will not want to say convert that organization into an offer after you qualify. So it does matter a lot as to what department you're taking, because there are companies which offer you in XYZ departments and they give you MS Excel wala kaam. So it gets boring. So It's better if you're doing some value addition to the company and to yourself. Printing or Xerox, in fact, bilkul bhi nahi hai. That is one thing that brings me. I have friends working in a few other companies, but when I speak to them, even they complain that your work is so much better than mine. You're not getting bored and you're actually learning. In fact, since I'm in the corporate accounts department, a lot of my FR preparation has been done at office only. Since whichever thing we have to apply, we are asked to read the standard and then make a decision as to what should be done and make suggestions also. So that is a really nice thing with ITC in particular, because they offer not just they won't treat you as a trainee, they will treat you as a future professional. So they will actually ask for your inputs on what should be done, and if they face a problem, they'll ask you to look for a solution from any source, like any authentic ICAI, and you have to read a lot. So there's a lot of reading that goes on at office also when we are not working, when it's not a busy season. But yeah, it's absolutely value adding, and especially with regard to, because most of our focus now is to clear the exam.
Yeah.
So abhi ke liye exam point of view se bhi FR and law I think I have prepared at office.
And then would you say that the work hours are insane? क्या आपको लगता है कि पढ़ाई के लिए finals में time मिलेगा when it comes to the exams?
Work hours are insane indeed, लेकिन it's only during the closing time, जो quarterly financials जो file करते हैं, and then the annual that is going on right now. So work hours actually are insane, लेकिन एक तो you're being able to prepare while working, so that is a good thing.
Yeah.
And secondly, finals के लिए time, I personally could not implement this, but I would suggest to other people कि if you want to do industrial training, plan ahead, so that most of your classes that you want to go for are done before you join industrial training. जिसमें at least amendments नहीं होता है, except DT and ITT you can be done with all, because that will save you a lot of time. तो जो भी time मिलेगा, you'll be able to focus on studying. But otherwise, what happened with me in the beginning also, this is from personal experience, absolutely.
Yeah.
In the beginning, since my classes were not over, so I was juggling, because मेरे को जो time मिलता था, I would have to put it into classes and not self-study. And we all know कि classes से पढ़ाई नहीं होती.
Agreed. And so this is for 9 months or 1 year in general? Like
we have a period of 9 months to 1 year. So the minimum period that you have to serve is 9 months.
Okay.
And most companies will ask you to defer an attempt because they will not give you a leave for your attempt. So like my attempt was due this May, but I had to defer it to November. So I'll be getting a 3-month leave for November.
And then do you think that this also helps with opportunities once you qualify? Because now you have real experience. So do you think it helps people?
It absolutely does, because see, first of all, there are a lot of companies that offer you a PPO even before you finish your training. So they'll tell you once you qualify, you can come back to our company with so-and-so offer. ITC does not do that.
Okay.
But then they do give you a preference. Like if one is a trainee from the company, they know how you work, they know what kind of potential you have, and they know what kind of they know what kind of tenacity you show in your work. So they do tend to prefer you over others, but then it's all subject to qualifying.
Absolutely. Lastly, I want to understand, what is the application process like? Like, how did you go about it? Aapki journey kaise thi? You decided to do industrial training. So what next?
See, I started off with adding people on LinkedIn who were existing industrial trainees. I think most of my connection lists are people who are industrial trainees or have been industrial trainees in the past.
Wow. Okay.
Because
I have to tell you, that's a very smart move.
I relentlessly went about adding anybody who was doing industrial training so that I could ask about their experience, because they had done it themselves. So nobody would be able to tell me better than them.
Great.
So that is one thing I did. Then the application process, see, you can go through the job portals that are there, but they are not very helpful. Then you can also apply to company websites directly. They, they give out vacancies on their websites, but then they don't take it very seriously. So I think the thing that helped me most while applying was LinkedIn only, because what I did is, to all the existing trainees that I talked to, firstly, adding a personal note helps a lot, because they see the effort that you're putting in, and then they, the replying ka rate gets higher.
Yeah.
So then I asked them what their experience at the company was, what kind of work they did, and how, because it's not a one strategy fits all. It's a tailor-made strategy for every different company, because every company has a different process of taking trainees. So some will, take the website vacancies very seriously. Some will put direct vacancies on LinkedIn, and some, like ITC and a few other companies, also accept resumes from their trainees itself. So the trainees will post a vacancy on LinkedIn or whatever sources they have, and then through that they get resumes which is shortlisted on the basis of some criteria. So LinkedIn सबसे ज़्यादा help किया, because I could actually talk to people in the organization and they could give me real-time guidance as to how I should apply. So mostly LinkedIn, but yeah, job portals se I got, I think, 1 or 2 calls, but then not from the companies that I really wanted to go to. So LinkedIn was the most of.
And so even the ITC thing, was it like through LinkedIn that you found someone and the person?
It was actually my college senior who was doing an industrial trainee, whom I did not know before.
Yeah.
So I found him on LinkedIn, and then he had posted a vacancy, so I happened to just come across it and send my resume across. Then I got a call, and then the interview process and everything.
Oh wow! This is and you've actually. I'm so glad this conversation happened, because that also explains that LinkedIn does not necessarily have to be used, or networking does not have to be necessarily used जब आप CA बन जाओ, you can use it even
Absolutely.
before that, and clearly the world has moved very fast, so I am so glad it worked out for you. I also want to know, what are the other industries that offer industrial training in, like if somebody wants to kind of understand कि किस तरीके के industries generally आप, what has been your experience since you
Almost हर industry offer करता है. There are banks that offer, say HSBC, DBS and all that. So most banks offer. Then the investment banking companies, there's Morgan Stanley, there's Goldman Sachs, there's Credit Suisse.
Wow.
So, and then there is also D Shaw also offers industrial training now.
Really?
Yeah.
My old employers, that's why I'm a little
Yeah, no, that's why I mentioned it.
This is definitely good to know that so many companies have come into this field, because back in the days I only remember ITC, at least 6 years back. So
and in Calcutta it's mostly ITC. In Calcutta, a lot of companies, since they don't have offices here, so HSBC, even though it has an office, it does not offer in its Calcutta office.
Okay. And is there any preference for local candidates? The fact that you're from Calcutta, do you think that
some companies do, but at ITC it's nothing like that. In my team, out of the 4 of us in my batch, 2 of us are from Calcutta and 2 are not from Calcutta. So it's nothing like that.
Okay.
If you're willing to relocate, like the other 2 companies that I converted a call from, I would have to relocate. That is one reason I gave it up. I wanted to relocate, absolutely, because I'm a little bored of Calcutta. But then also the department was not to my liking, so I had to give it up.
Okay. All right. And then what next for you? When are you writing your CA finals? How are the preparations going?
November 20, and that is a very bad question to ask.
No, this has been a great conversation, Swarnim. It's going to help so many people who are considering taking up industrial training or considering applying for it, because if you're living in a smaller city, आप छोटी जगह रह रहे हो तो आपको लगता है your options are restricted, or you don't really know how to even go about it. बहुत सारे लोगों को लगता है कि हम start कैसे करें, कुछ तो connection होना पड़ेगा तभी कुछ होगा. So I'm so glad that you explained your journey so well, and thanks a lot. This has been a great conversation. Wish you all the best for everything that you do. And guys, if you have any questions for Swarnim, I'm adding her LinkedIn link below, but she already mentioned that she has her exams coming up. So she'll respond to you as and when she can, but make sure you follow her or reach out to her if there is anything that you have a question on. Thanks, Swarnim.
Thank you.